Hi folks, welcome to video number 64. This video is on composite functions. Keywords here are composite, and that's it. So composite means putting together, joining together. Alright, so if you've got a composite shape, you're putting two shapes together. Alright, this one we're putting two functions together. And the key notation here is f of x and then fg of x. Alright, so again, these could be any letters, not just f's and g's, right? But f of x is the function of x, which I explained to you in the last video. Please watch that one as well. And this one is fg of x. Right? This is f's function, g's function has gone into f's function is what it means. We're putting f and g's functions together. All right, joining them together. All right, that stands for fg of x. That's how we pronounce it, fg of x. Okay, now the method, it's all about substitution. If you get a question that asks you to work out what fg of x is, then you need to put the expression or term that you're given for g into f's function. Expand, then simplify, solve if you're asked to. And there are lots of bits of algebra you could combine here. It's just knowing what to do and when. Alright, so again, it's all about combination of stuff that we've already learnt. Now, given that f of x is 3x minus 2, and g of x is 2x, find fg of 3. So we're going to put the two functions together, and we're going to put 3 in here into g's function first, right? Because the g is next to the 3 in this bit of notation here. So the 3 needs to go in here. So we're going to put g of 3, first of all, is equal to 2 multiplied by 3, which is equal to 6, right? We know that g of 3 is equal to 6. Now we're going to put our answer, so it's like input, output. So our input was 3, we're going to get our output is 6, our new input is 6. That's going into f's function now. So f of 6 is equal to 3 multiplied by 6 minus 2. That's 18 minus 2, and 18 minus 2 is 16. So our final answer there for the composite function of fg of 3 is a final answer of 16. Okay, I hope that makes perfect sense. Alright, we get input, we put it into one function, we get an output, we get the output becomes then the input for the new function that we're joining it to. Alright, now B, we've got gf of 3, so it's just the other way round. Alright, so we're going to put the value of 3 first into f's function, so f of 3 is equal to 3 multiplied by 3 minus 2, that's 9 minus 2, which is 7. Okay, and then we're going to put that answer that we got into g's function. So g's g to the g with 7 in, g of 7. Oh, it's so difficult for me to think of what I was saying there. G of 7 is equal to 2 lots of 7, 2 times 7. Okay, and 2 times 7 is 14. So this time gf of 3 is equal to 14. Okay. Bumbled my way through, but I got that one done, didn't I? Now, question 2, we've got given that g of x is this function, 4x minus 5 over 5x plus 2, and h of x is x squared. Find gh of 5. So it's slightly more complicated, but same principle, same process. So first of all, we put 5 into h's function. So h of 5 is equal to 5 squared, which is 25. All right, now we're going to pop that 25 value into g's function. There's more to it than that. So g of 25 is equal to 4 multiplied by 25, or 4 lots of 25 is 100, minus 5 over 5 times by 25, which is 125, plus 2. Okay, so that would be 95 over 127. All right, so g h of 5 is equal to 95 over 127. Alright, that'll do. Nice. Get rid of that, bit of space to do the next question. So it's the same principle, but it's just we have to square something, then we have to put it into two parts of the function that's got x's in. Now, gh of x. So composite function here, gh of x. Now, again, we're going to use this term here. We're going to pop that into what we need to. All right, that is what the x value is. Gh of x is this, right? H of x is x squared. That's going to go into g's function, right? So this time we're going to go g of x squared is equal to 4 multiplied by x squared minus 5 over 5 multiplied by x squared plus 2. Okay, and there's nothing more we can do with that. All right, that is all it is. All right, so it looks more complicated, or seems more complicated, because you just put in a term in instead. Right, we might be able to simplify some other ones like the algebraic fractions, but this one we can't. There's literally nothing more we can do with it. All right, that is it. All right, so there you go. G of gh of x is equal to 4x squared minus 5 over 5x squared plus 2. Move myself over. Let's have a look at that third question. Always the most tricky one. Now the function is such that h of x is 2x minus 3, and the function is such that f of x is 5x plus 3. We've got to solve f(h) of x is equal to 18. It all just sounds so confusing, right? And I get that it's confusing, but it is just substitution. So let's just keep remembering that at the end of the day. So h of x, h's function is this. All right, I'm going to make it a term. In the last question that we had there, b, it already was just a term in its own right, x squared. But this time it's an expression. So I'm going to make it a term by putting it in brackets. All right, now I'm going to put that whole function there into f's function, right, wherever there is an x. So f(h) of x is equal to 5 and then 2x minus 3 plus 3. So I don't know where I was. I paused the video then because my daughter came in. But f(h) of x is equal to 5, and then I've put in h's function wherever there was an x, which is there, 2x minus 3, and then plus the 3 on the outside of f's function there, right? Multiply out the bracket, we get 10x minus 15 plus 3. Simplifying that, we get 10x minus 15 plus 3 is minus 12. Okay, and remember that we were solving this one. So we've got a value for f(h) of x, and f(h) of x is all of this. f(h) of x is this. f(h) of x is also this, so we're just going to put the 18 there, where the f(h) of x was. And then we're going to solve this as a two-step equation. So we're going to add 12 to both sides. That leaves us with 30. Then we've got to divide both sides by 10. That leaves us with 3. All right, so what we've got there is the answer. We've solved it. We found that x equals 3. All right, much more complicated question, but the solving bit actually at the end was pretty simple. You just have to get the f(h) of x expression and make it equal to the number, which then means you can solve the equation. All right, and it could be another expression which you'd make it equal to, and then you would have to do the same thing to both sides and solve a much harder equation. All right, but I didn't think I'd make it too difficult, right, because it is a difficult enough topic. Anyway, that's definitely more than grade 6 again, but again starts at grade 6 when you substitute this stuff in question 1. That's sort of grade 6 level of understanding, because you're understanding the notation, and that's what it's all about. All right, so please do like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Keep sharing the videos and keep helping each other out, being lovely to one another, looking after each other, yeah, please let people know about what's going on here, because it could be useful for them. All right, so take care, and I will see you whenever you decide to watch another one. Bye bye.